strip me off and you me. It's not fair, it's not fair. I'm not being known, someone else in a body that's come straight up from hell. Try to build out the thoughts that goes my way, cause I tried to do that the other day. But I'm not being known, someone else in a body that's come straight up from hell. Try to build out the thoughts that goes my way, cause I tried to do that. Now I'm black and white, but my colors still shine. Cause you left me, you left me, you left me. Oh, oh, oh.
boop. This feels like kind of like foggy, huh? Hold on 1 second. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our live stream here. I think my camera's like fucked up. Let's see. Yeah. That's better. Much better. Any hoops. Welcome back to our live stream here on Twitch. I am your humble host, Phantom Freak, aka Moistmaster Flex. Back once again with the thick behavior. Yeah, welcome back to our live stream here. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Hope you guys had a good Monday. My weekend was pretty chill, actually. I actually didn't go out at all this weekend. I just stayed in and just like was writing music. I'm definitely in this period right now where I have all this time because I basically signed all my music from this past year, so I'm sitting on basically no demos. So I'm in this point in my journey and my process where I'm just writing a fuck ton, which is really good. Coming up with some really cool stuff. I've been writing a lot of speed garage, a lot of kind of like 140 stuff, some good old bass house stuff. Yeah, it's going pretty good. But yeah, I have tons of whips that I'm working on, and then I'm starting to get on some new vocalists too, which is pretty cool. Some UK vocalists, some American vocalists. What's up, Desmoda? Yeah, just my usual spiel here. If you guys haven't seen the most recent releases, they're all here. It's probably from the last 5-6 months. There's Unimaginable and Check That with Broshi on 3000 bass. There's Gangster with Dice on Future Cuts. There's Hype One with The Man's Hot Fire and Dread MC on my label Thick Freakness. There's Hollow Freaks, which is our annual Halloween compilation on Thick Freakness. Very thick compilation, if I say so myself. We got Coldest on Black Void with The Man's Spacewalk and Dread MC. Lots of Dread MC tunes this year. I mean, I really enjoy working with Mikkel. He's a homie. We got Who's Ready. That just came out about 2 weeks ago. That's the last Thick Freakness release for this year. We're going to start ramping things up next year with Thick Freakness. Going to try and do probably like 2 releases a month. But yeah, I'm starting to really buckle down on the schedule for Thick Freakness for next year. And then lastly, we got In the Mood with Grizzo on Space Yacht. That just came out last week. That's my last release of the year. So yeah, go check out those tunes. Really proud of them. Really happy about them. Lots of garage and house and bass house and all sorts of good stuff. As far as I know, these are my last 2 shows of the year, unless I pick up anything else before the end of the month. We got Space Taco tomorrow. It's their 9-year anniversary. That's here in LA at Mad Gallery, kind of like in the Arts District. So yeah, if you guys are in LA and you want to come through, just let me know. I have unlimited guest list. Just shoot me a message and then I'll put you on. Oh, excuse me. And then this Saturday, I'm going to be in Seattle playing at Chop Suey with the Sub 49 squad. Definitely looking forward to that. It's been a while since I've been to Seattle. Definitely love that city. It's supposed to rain too, which is, yeah. It's whatever. I'll deal with it. And lastly, our sponsor here, Eargasm Earplugs. If you guys ever need, yo, what's up, Eric? If you guys ever need earplugs for shows, definitely go cop some. Eargasm.com. Use promo code Phantom10. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, and then, yeah, latest release, Who's Ready? I got plenty of stuff loaded up for next year. I can just give you guys a quick... I think I shared some of these tracks already. but I have, I think, like 9 releases already for next year. And then I'm just like in the process of just like writing a fuck ton right now. Lots of stuff on 3000 Bass next year. We got Loving You with Fubu Q. I think that's out in like June. Pop Rocks with Rhiannon Rose on 3000 Bass. That's out in like May. Daydream with Ali XO. I think that's in April. Maza with Dice and MC Kane. That's on Yosh Bass. I think that's in March. Positive Contact. That's in February. Boring. That's on Thick Freakness. That's also in February. We got In the House with Tito on Speed World. That's going to be January. Bubblegum. That's on Thick Freakness. That's me. That's also January. And then the first release of next year is going to be with Nightblock and Dread MC on Prime Audio. This one's more of like a 140 kind of breaks kind of vibe. Yeah, really cool stuff. Anyways, anywhoops. That's what I got going on. That's what's coming down the pipeline. Let me get this queue sorted out real quick. So I was looking at some of these tracks in here. I do need to mention 2 things. So Jacob Krumlovsky, your link is broken. So just FYIzzle, if you're in the chat, just make sure to resubmit. And then this one, Sherlock Stoned. It looks like this track's already released, so I'm not gonna play it here. If you want to get feedback from me, feel free to resubmit another tune, something that's a work in progress. Right now the queue is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But it might go quick because I don't know who's here and who's not here. So, the first one up is, I don't even know how to say that name. Jorgu. I'm guessing that's how you say it. Are you in the chat here? Jorgu. My assumption is no. Okay. If he shows up, we'll jump into his tune. We got Don't Know. Giorgio? Maybe Giorgio. Yeah, maybe that's right. Don't Know's here. Hell yeah. Okay. We're going to do Don't Know first. Then we got, I'm just going to call everybody else so you guys know where you're at. Astro. We got Crossfades. We got Desmoda at number 4. We got Avada, number 5. Midnight Mafia, number 6. Shapeshifter, number 7. Ghostwire, number 8. And then Judecca, number 9. And then we'll kind of sort it out as we go along. You guys are also, if you guys want to use your channel points, you guys can skip the queue. I think it's like 1,000 points or something. And then you can always send monies on the bottom left there if you want to jump the line too. It's up to you. Yeah. All right. Let's do Don't Know.
It's not Junior. Really fucking heavy, you know.
Nice, dude. The chat was loving it too. Tasty, nasty. Definitely moody. That's gross. Yeah, I agree. All of the above. All of the above. This is super dope. I was really vibing with this one, as you could tell with me in the on the video. I'm really loving the vocal in here. The low end is very nice. I love you do a good job with kind of playing around with the spaces and the silence, which is really cool. Lots of like really nice filtering and like reverbs and delays, which really helps with like the depth and the space. Yeah, I already said the vocal is really sick. I really dig that vocal. It was like difficult to understand, but it like really kind of it was very appropriate for the kind of like vibe and theme that you're kind of going for here. The drops were really sick, really nice variations, really nice change ups. Love the percussion. I think both the kick and the clap could use some more power. They felt a little bit lacking a little bit. Really, I don't think it's a matter of like changing the sample. I think the samples themselves are actually really good samples. I think they just need some more saturation, maybe some just some more power overall. They just need some more oomph. Kick and clap definitely need some more power. Yeah, I love the use of the filtering. Really good job with the variations and kind of like the little kind of fake outs and change ups. Really was digging that. Again, I love the vocal what comes back in the second break. It was really kind of like it really filled out the space, because again, like I was saying, like you do a good job of like using your spaces and silences and just like kind of filling it up with a lot of reverb, but like also filtering out some stuff, so like you're just giving just enough so that kind of just fills out the space, which is really nice. The groove and the swing on this is very nice as well. Yeah, I think probably the only other thing is like I would have liked to hear the vocal come back in the drop somewhere somehow, just as like a nice little callback, just for a little bit of consistency. But like the reality is, as far as arrangement, everything is here. It's a really nice flow. Sound design is great. Sound selection is great. Yeah, this basically sounds like it's almost done. It's like in the last like 15-20%. Yeah, only thing I would recommend is, again, kick and clap need to be beefed up a little bit, and then maybe try bringing that vocal back into the drops, some way somehow. Maybe like turnarounds, or maybe like a little fill or something, just to kind of add like a little bit of more context and a callback. But yeah, that was super dope. Really dug the vibes here with this tune. Well done. No problem, dude. All right. Up next, we got Astro. The man's Astro. I think I just saw Astro a second ago. Just say what up. What up? Ball. Yep, there's Astro. All right. Let's do it.
Who the fuck is Astro?
Yeah, that kind of ended abruptly. All right. 30 seconds of silence. Oh my god. All right, let's see what the chat had to say. Ghostwriter says, I think the low end needs to come up. Maybe tighten up the hats and symbols a bit. I would actually say that the low end is actually pretty nice here. I think what mostly needs balancing is kind of like the mid-range stuff. Especially in the second drop. There's a lot going on in the second drop, but I'll get to that in a minute here. Tighten up the hats and symbols a bit. I would agree with that though. You can probably tighten up those hats and symbols a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Nice low end and groove. I think that's primarily like the main thing here. Most of this is primarily like low end and groove, so it's a lot of baseline stuff, which is cool. I really like this snare, the build-up snare. Yeah. But I think starting your drop with just kick and bass kind of cuts the energy a bit. I would usually, like, if you're gonna do just kick and bass at the start of a drop, I would probably do that at a second drop. But you're kind of already doing something completely different with the second drop here. So I would just start immediately with your full drop, you know, kick, bass, hats, snare. That way you're getting full force. You're getting the entire drop right from the get-go. Because I mean, at the end of that first 8 bars, you're already switching up, which is good. Having that variation is very good. Because you add in like another layer, which is really cool. That little top layer that really adds some. It adds a lot of really nice energy. But I think you need the snare at the very beginning of the drop, though. I think that's important. I did right here speedy, which is dope. Yeah, I've been writing very fast tracks lately, like 134 up to like 140. So yeah, I was already kind of in that mindset. But yeah, this is really cool. As far as the first drop goes, there's a lot of really cool variations here.
Let's get down.
Yeah. And it has like a really nice flow to it. But again, make sure that you put the snare in the first part of the first drop. So that it just dives straight into things. It doesn't have to like dilly-dally or, you know, run around it, you know. And then back into like this transitional section, I guess. It's not really like a full break because you still have your kick in here.
Who the fuck is Astro?
And then you go over here to the second drop. Lots of really nice energy in this build here, for sure. But the second drop does get quite a bit busy. And I think it's primarily because you're adding in a new lead on top of having like the vocals in there. So that new lead is basically taking up most of the mix, but it's also fighting for the same space that that vocal is. So it's getting kind of busy there. I think, yeah, you need to make a little bit of a concession. Either you keep the lead running full force like it is, and kind of dip down the vocals a little bit more, or maybe even hear what it sounds like without the vocal. But yeah, I think overall, especially in the mid-range on the second drop, the mid-range needs some balancing out because there's a lot going on. So it does get a little bit busy. I think it needs to be just kind of like reprioritized and rebalanced, just so that you can kind of get like a primary focus. And I think for the second drop, the primary focus should be that lead. But the lead is also taking up a lot of space, so it needs to be kind of balanced out with the rest of the elements. And then as well, there's a lot of cool like ear candy and effects that are going into the second drop. But they're all loud. They're all quite loud. The pre-drop vocal,
Who the fuck is that, bro?
it's kind of loud. You have a little UK garage beep, the beep 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 beep. Yeah, all those gunshots are pretty loud. That's also pretty loud. And then the backspin is also pretty loud too. So yeah, all those need to kind of be rebalanced. I think this second drop just kind of needs like a whole sort of mix down session, just so you can kind of get things kind of dialed in a little bit better. But yeah, overall, lots of really great entries. Super speedy tune. I dig that. And yeah, lots of cool stuff here. I'm really digging the overall vibe. I think it just needs some dialing in. Yeah. But yeah, good job, Astro. Dope tune. Really dope tune. All right. Hell yeah. All right. We got Crossfades. We got Desmoda up next. Abada, Midnight Mafia, Shapeshifter, Ghostwire, Judeka, sorry. Giorgio, and then DeMerlo. I don't know if Giorgio's here, to be honest. But yeah, I know DeMerlo's here. I just saw him. And then, yeah, that's all the submissions we have so far. So just FYI, that's where you guys are online. Young Crossfades, I'm pretty sure you're here. I just saw you like a second ago. Just say what's up. Young Gus. All right, Gus is here. Let's do it. Nice one, bruv. All of the fucking vibes, all of the groove. Definitely was vibing with that one. Let's see what we got in the chat here. Oh, this is nice. Vibes for sure. I feel like there's too much low mid frequency in the bass line. That could be balanced a bit better. I just think the bubble perk synth is a little too forward in the mix. Might be speaking for my taste though. Also, I feel like that first build could have been weirder and have more tension. Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah, you can always get a little bit more weird, especially with this kind of style. It's like kind of like Latin tech almost. Kind of has that Latin tech kind of vibe. Yeah, you can always kind of get weirder with that. I agree. What was I gonna say here? What do we got? Overall, like, the groove was fucking solid on this one. Really nice percussion. I really, from the get-go, the percussion is dope. Kick per usual. You always have like really good kicks. Really dope intro. Really solid groove. Really nice groove. Loving the bass line. Yeah, I would take a look at what Shapeshifter is saying. A little bit too much low mid in the bass line. That can always be kind of dialed in a little bit more. I'm really digging this vocal. It feels more like a supportive kind of rhythmic vocal as opposed to like a hook. But that's okay. I mean, it's actually doing its job. It's doing its job really well. To be honest, it sounds like you could probably, if you could find like a Latin vocal to put in here, I feel like that would be a really solid hook, because this like this track already feels kind of Latin-y, like Latin tech house, So I think having like a sort of like forward Latin vocal would be pretty dope. I think it would fit the vibe really, really well. I really enjoy the sound selection here. Really cool stuff. Really nice variations throughout the arrangement. Overall, super solid arrangement. Really nice length here. 3 minutes and 12 seconds. So like definitely kind of like streamlined sort of arrangement, which is good. Not really a whole lot of fluff, which is great. I'm really digging the second break. But I also agree with Shapeshifter too. You can always get a little bit weirder with like your second break and your second build. You can get away with some like cool delays and stuff. Even do some like reverb automation. Stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think it definitely has space for a very solid vocal hook. So maybe try and see if you can find like a Latin vocal. That would be pretty dope, I think. Yo, what's up, Leonard Ellis? Other than that, I don't really have anything else. The mix is very clean here. I don't think anything needs to change with the mix. Yeah, just like I said, maybe get a little bit more weird with that second break build and see if you can find like a very solid vocal hook. And I think this will be an even better tune. It's already sounding great. Good job, Gus. Young Crossfades. All right. Up next, we got Desmoda. We got Desmoda in the chat. Desmoda. I saw Desmoda earlier. Oh, there you are. There he is. All right. We got Desmoda up next. We got Avada, Midnight Mafia, Shapeshifter, Ghostwire, Judeka, and Demerlo. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what he means by tuning issue either. Bow, 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 bow. Bow, 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 bow. So yeah, I do agree with Shapeshifter that it's very low end sub heavy. And I feel like you accomplished that really right here. The little mid bass that boom bum 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 bum. I feel like that should have basically been there almost the entire time. Bum 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 bum. I feel like that should have been there from the very first drop. Because I think that kind of fulfills that sort of low mid range that Shapeshifter is talking about. Yeah, and I'm gonna go into some other stuff here shortly. But yeah, totally agree with young Shapeshifter on that one. The tuning thing, I'm not sure. I mean, the little ascending loop sounds like it bends sharp. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds alright to me. I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that ARP. All right, so my notes here. 330, not that section. Okay. I don't hear an ARP at 330 though. Anyways, all right, my notes here. Huge kick. That kick is massive. Really nice drums. I think the clap has, yeah. I don't hear an ARP at 330. I'm just telling you. I think the clap has a little bit too much reverb on it. It has like a pretty long tail. IMO, in my opinion. I think that can be dialed in a little bit tighter. You could probably just turn down the size a touch. It's 3 guitar chords ascending. The second 2 chords bend sharp. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're hearing something I'm not. But to get back to the beginning of this, I like the intro, although I do think the intro is kind of long, honestly. I feels like it's like a 2-minute long intro. You could probably chop this down to like a straight minute. Like you could probably start the track there at 1 minute. And you would basically have the same effect. Yeah, I think that intro is a bit long, and it takes kind of a while to kind of build up to like the main part, you know. So there's a lot of build up. I was also gonna mention that it feels like this build up, it almost has more energy than the drop itself. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of energy in this buildup, and then when it hits the drop, it just kind of falls flat a little bit. So yeah, I think putting in that mid bass in the drops is gonna help with kind of creating that energy, but it also needs a way to kind of sustain that energy as well. Yeah, I would agree with that. But overall, like I like the sound selection here. I like all the sound design. Everything really works really well with each other. I think it kind of just needs a little bit of finessing, especially in the arrangement department. More energy in the drops. Um, yeah, kind of like Shapeshifter said, having that mid bass there, I think is probably gonna fix a lot of the things. Having the mid bass and the drops is gonna fix a lot of the things, and then maybe shorten up that intro, kind of just like dive right in, you know. But I'm digging a lot of the stuff here. It feels very kind of like kind of dreamy, kind of feels like I would probably hear this like at like a desert rave, which is really cool. You know, yeah, late at night at a desert rave, out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I think it's because of this picture. This picture's kind of just giving me kind of like desert vibes. Hell yeah. Good job, Desmoda. Really dope tune. All right, Leonard Ellis skipped the line. He used his point, so he's going to be next here. Then we got Abada, Midnight Mafia, Shapeshifter, Ghostwire, Judecca, Demerlo, and Young Neziel. Let's do it.
Come close, come close. Follow me. Follow me. Come close to me. Come close to me. Come close to me. Follow me to the face. Come close to me. Come close. Follow me. Come closer and breathe. Follow me to the base. Come closer and see. Follow me into my closer. Follow me. Come close. Come close. Come closer. Come closer and breathe. Follow me to the base. Come closer and see. Follow me into my closer. Follow me. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Follow me. Come closer me. Come closer me. Come closer me. Follow me to the base. Come closer me. Follow me. Come closer and breathe. Follow me to the base. Come closer and see. Follow me into my closer. Come
Nice. What a vibe, dude. Lots of really nice groove in this tune. Ghostwire says that lead is sick. Just to remind people to follow me. Smart. Like that pan metallic percussion. Yeah, that pan metallic percussion that comes in like towards the end of the drops is really dope. Really like that. All right, really nice low end and groove. The kick is huge, humongous, but it's really nice. The vocal and the lead are dope, but they're also kind of loud in the mix. I mean, it becomes very apparent in the break because there's not a whole lot of other stuff going on. It's just like basically just the vocal and the lead,
come closer.
and maybe a couple of other, percussive elements. But those elements really kind of stand out even more because there's not a whole lot going on. So I think the mix needs to be adjusted on those, as well as I think the vocal needs some more processing, reverb, delay, maybe a little bit of chorus. It sounds like very dry and very much like in your face. So yeah, it needs to be kind of dialed in a little bit more. You could probably remove a little bit more of the low mids on that vocal too. It sounds kind of like low end heavy. So you can probably chop off a little bit more of that low end on that vocal. The drop itself is super dope. I really dig it. It's super groovy. Lots of really cool like ear candy and variations. I was gonna say I really love this melody here. I really thought it was a shame that it didn't play for longer. And then it didn't really make a return. I feel like that little melody would have been really cool as like yeah, it's a really cool lead. I really like the lead as well as the melody. So yeah, honestly, the reality is like I wanted to hear more of that. So if you can keep that going, or kind of just like make it have like a little callback somewhere else. I know it shows up in both drops, but that's really it. I would have liked to hear more of it, honestly. I think it's a really dope lead and melody.
Wanna meet, come close.
Yeah, overall the arrangement's very solid. I really dig.
Wanna meet, come closer. Come closer. Come closer and see.
Yeah. Meow, 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 meow. I think overall the mix needs a little bit of balancing overall. I think there's a lot of low end stuff in this second break.
Come closer. Come closer. Come closer. Come closer.
Yeah, and I think you could probably put a little bit more reverb on some of this stuff too. So maybe just like a little bit of a rebalancing on the mix, maybe a little bit more processing. But I like all the sound selection. I like the sound design. I think everything as far as like what you picked works really well. I think they just needs to be a little bit more kind of like mixed down better and kind of like dialed in a little bit more. And the last thing I was going to say, I would have liked a little bit more variation on the second drop because it sounds basically like the same as the first drop.
Come closer and breathe. Follow me to the base.
Yeah, just a little bit more variation here. I know the downbeat, you have like a little bit of a downbeat sound here. But it kind of gets lost because there's like other stuff playing. So I think that needs to be kind of dialed in and have like a little bit more variation there. Something a little bit different from the first drop, But overall, super solid arrangement, super solid idea. Love the melodies, love the sound selection. It's mostly mixing stuff, I think. Mixing, processing, and I think that'll kind of basically get you to the finish line with this tune. It sounds like it's pretty close to being done, honestly. It just needs some finessing, some cleanup and stuff like that. Hell yeah. Very well done, Leonard Ellis. Now you can go to sleep if you'd like. Dope tune. All right. Up next, do we have Avada? Avada. All right. Let me see if we got any other submissions. Yeah, no problem, dude. Okay, no other submissions here. We got Avada, we got Midnight Mafia, we got Shapeshifter, Ghostwire, Judecca, DeMerlo, Nezio. Volume warning. All right. Sick. Yeah, you weren't kidding, but the volume warning. Yeah, man, that was a big one. Lots of energy there. That pan snare, oh my god, absolutely brutal. Nice. Yeah, dude. Yeah, the song definitely starts hot. Yeah, I don't normally listen to a lot of like this style, not a lot of dubstep and rhythms kind of stuff. Not a whole lot of I don't really listen to a whole lot of bass music, so I'm not really kind of dialed in and keyed in on the genre itself. I do think it's really dope as far as like sound design goes, and I think the mix is actually dialed in pretty well too for having such big sounds. I think the mix is kind of dialed in really, really well. Huge intro, really cool sound selection, really nice energy in the build. The drop is fat. Really dope sound design. Like I said, you do a really good job of dialing in the mix for, especially for having such huge sounds. It didn't feel like anything was like really muddy or kind of like overlapping each other. The snare is really sick. Actually, I really like the snare. It feels definitely appropriate for like the genre. Very kind of heavy and gritty and kind of metallic-y. Overall, super solid arrangement. Obviously, this is a shorter tune, but I think that's very typical of this kind of style. I really like the change up in the second drop. Lots of like really cool like fake outs and fake drops. So it really adds some nice variation and change. Overall, like lots of variation going on in this tune. But yeah, I honestly don't have feedback for it because again, like I don't really listen to a whole lot of this stuff. But from what I'm hearing is, it sounds like it's really good. It sounds like it's ready to ship out. You know. Good job, Avada. All right, Midnight Mafia has a ad. All right, you're back. I'm gonna go pee real quick, anyways. But once I get back, we're gonna do this tune. All right. All right. Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it. Nice one. You know what's funny? I when I was listening to this, I was like, dude, I know DeMarlo's gonna say something because DeMarlo definitely writes this kind of similar style. It's like this sustained baseline sort of stuff. It's really cool. It's like really like heavy but like really cool like saturated sort of bass stuff. So yeah, I would definitely young Kobo. I would say definitely take DeMarlo's feedback. He definitely writes a lot of stuff like this. So yeah. Yeah, DeMarlo says sounds good, but the vocals need side chaining, a little bit open. Backspins a bit loud. I agree with that. I was gonna say that in my notes too. The backspins are a bit loud. Plus needs more energy for the drop. Likely bass stabs. Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's a lot of energy in the drop, but it did feel like there was a little bit something missing there, in my opinion. So yeah, I would definitely check out using some bass stabs like DeMarlo said. Nice drums. The kick is huge. I think I was gonna say like in the intro, the second set of hats gets a little bit busy. Yeah, the second set of hats that comes in gets a little bit busy. It kind of feels like it's like a bit disjointed. So I would have just stuck with the regular hats. I don't think it needs that second set of hats. Yeah, kick is huge. Really digging the NSYNC vocal. I almost immediately recognized it. I think it's really, really cool. I think it very much so fits with this tune and the vibe. More like those sounding elements are buried though, yeah.
Like this, yo. Like this, yo.
The reality is, I think that also that the tempo could probably be pushed up a bit more. I would say you could probably go up to 128, even as much as like 130. I think that might kind of fill it up a little bit more, going faster. But maybe that's just like my preference because I write really fast tunes anyways. But anyways, yeah. Really cool sound design here. I'm really digging a lot of the sounds that you're working with as far as the bass. And it has like two very distinct, like has like a distinct A section and B section, which is really cool too. But again, I think it could go faster, honestly. Yeah, it definitely has that kind of like Knock 2 vibe, huh? Yeah, I hear what you mean. That's cool though. Yeah. Overall, really cool sound design. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I had. But yeah, I would definitely take, a lot of DeMarlo's feedback here. I think definitely we need a little bit more energy in the drops. There's lots of really cool stuff going on, but I think it just needs a little bit more. Yeah. Just something to consider, Yeah, and those backspins are loud. Yeah, really cool idea. Really digging the NSYNC vocal. I think it works really well here. I think it needs to be sped up a little bit more, though. Yeah. Hell yeah. Thanks for sending this over, young Gene Kobo. Up next is the man Eric, young shapeshifter. Young shapeshifter still here? I believe he still should be. All I ever wanted, all I ever needed, yeah. Tell me what to do now. Young Shapeshifter, you still here? Young Eric. Okay, you're cool. Gonna be stuck in my head at least until tomorrow. Yeah, totally. All right.
Gonna get you. Gonna get you higher. Gonna get you. The way you turn me up like an amplifier. Gonna get you higher. Got me so mad. Trigger gun fire. Here I am. Secret admirer. Got me so mad. You turn me up like an amplifier. Gonna get you higher. Baby, I'm the trigger gun fire. I can be a secret admirer. The way you turn me up like an amplifier. Amplifier. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. Gonna get you. The way you turn me up like an amplifier. Gonna get you higher. Got me so mad. Trigger gun fire. Here I am. Secret admirer. Got me so mad. You turn me up like an amplifier. I'm gonna get you higher. Baby, I'm the trigger gun fire. I can be a secret admirer. The way you turn me up like an amplifier. Amplifier. You turn me up like an amplifier. Amplifier, amplifier. You turn me up like an amplifier. Gonna get you. Gonna get you higher. Gonna get you. The way you turn me up like an amplifier. Amplifier. Like an amplifier. You turn me up.
Nice. Yeah, you've definitely been leaning into that kind of like progressive sound, which is cool. It's definitely on brand, I would say. I like the sound design on the synths. Walked into my hallway and the sub is definitely pumping. Hearing some psytrance influence. Not on purpose, that's for sure. It's not a bad thing. The leads just remind me of progressive side sound design, and it works for sure for the tune. Yeah, this is dope. Definitely feels along the lines of a lot of the other stuff I've been hearing from you. Definitely on that kind of progressive-y sort of vibe. I do think that the low end, although it's really big, I think there needs to be a little bit more separation between the kick and the sub. There's a little bit of overlap, so it does get a touch muddy. So maybe it's just a matter of just having a little bit more of an aggressive sidechain. Um, I also think the snare has a little bit too much reverb on it. It's got kind of a pretty long tail. I think that can kind of be like tightened up a little bit.
Gonna get you higher, now you're right, and get you higher. I come gonna
And I like all the really cool like synth sounds, and the drum selection is actually really well done. Vocals really nice too. I think it has really nice processing on it. The processing on it definitely fits the overall kind of vibe. It's very much so kind of like spacey and like reverbed, but not too much where it gets like, you know, super moist and drowned out. You know what I mean? I would have liked to have heard some more ear candy stuff. I know you have some like little kind of like stabs and stuff, but I would have liked to hear a little bit more, maybe some more melodic stuff, some other like counter melody on top. Yeah, just as you kind of progress further and further into the arrangement, I would have liked to hear a little bit.
gonna get you. The way you turn me up, like, and I get you
Yeah, there's actually some really that ARP in there is really cool. I think that's what I was gonna say. That's actually what I was listening to both the drops back to back because I wanted to hear what the difference was, and then I noticed that the ARP was coming in. So yeah, I think that's a really good addition there. But I would have liked to hear something like that in the first drop, which is mostly what I was getting at. And it's funny when I was listening to this vocal, it kind of reminded me of Ali XO. She kind of has that same sort of vocal tonality to it. She's like a lot of the more bass house stuff that she does, you know, with like Spencer Arnold's. And she sent me a few tracks too. She kind of has that very sort of like kind of breathy sort of vocal, and it kind of fits this kind of darker type of style. But yeah, really cool vibes here. Right up her alley, no pun intended. That's funny. Yeah, just some honestly just some minor things, and I think it's good to go. Just from Splice, yeah, for sure. Yeah, just some minor things, I think. Everything else here sounds pretty good. Good job, Shapeshifter. Hell yeah, brother. All right, we got Ghostwire. I just saw Ghostwire earlier, so let's dive in here. Nice one, bruv. Yeah, dude, this is a fucking vibe. It feels like kind of like after hours sorts of vibes. Um, Definitely like a dark. I feel like being like in a dark club. Like I feel like I would hear this like at Sound nightclub. If you're familiar with Sound nightclub, it definitely feels like it would fit that kind of like room and that vibe. Um, Kick is very nice. The drum selection is actually very nice too. I like the sound design here. I like the sound selection. That vocal is very cool. Lots of like really spacey sort of reverbs and delays and stuff. Um, Honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you submit radio or extended versions. Um, I mean, radio edits might be just easier just so that we can kind of cut through stuff really quickly, but the reality it doesn't really matter either way. Um, yeah, vocals really cool. I think the arrangement's very solid as well. There's some nice like variation and there's like some nice evolution going on. All of the melodic elements are very nice. The mix down's very clean. Um, Probably the only thing, if I have to be like really picky, I think that the hats could probably come up a little bit more in the mix. But the reality is that's the only thing that I really heard. Everything else here sounds fantastic. again, great sound selection, great sound design, super solid arrangement, really nice variations, really easy to follow, very well done. Good job, Ghostwire. Dope tune. All right, coming up towards the end here, do we got Judeka? Judeka in the chat. Judeka. I know he subscribed earlier too, so I just need him to say what's up in the chat. How much to skip? I mean, it's really up to you. You can send 5, 10, 15, up to you. It's really more of like a donation type of thing, so whatever floats your goat, you know? Floats your goat. Do we have Judeka here? Judeka. Oh, there you are. There he is. All right, let's dive into your tune here.
Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it? Or just let it slip? Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out. He's choking out, everybody's choking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, loud. Snap back to reality. The moment you own it, you better never let it go. You only
All right, all right, all right. Yeah, dude, lots of fucking energy in here. This was sick. Really like a dope rendition of Eminem. I didn't know it was gonna go. I mean, I should have just read the fucking the fucking title, "Lose Yourself," Eminem. I should have just that should have been a big giveaway. But when I heard like the strings and like the piano, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like very cinematic. Like DeMerlo said, very Hans Zimmer. This sounds like it could be like the intro of like a bass music set. Like I could hear like fucking, I don't know, DJ Diesel, fucking Shaq opening a set with this or something like that, you know? It's really dope. Really, really dope. Yeah, really nice intro. Love the piano and strings. Really cool rendition of Eminem overall. The drop is fat. Loving the sound design. Really nice kick and snare. And that's exactly, you know, the kind of level you want to hear this kick and snare at, especially for, you know, this style of like dubstep and bass music. Overall, the arrangement's very, very solid. Lots of energy here. The only thing I was going to note, because I think everything here is done really well. The only thing that I was going to note is that this transition right here feels a little bit strange, and it's only because of that secondary drum hit. There's like a very cinematic kind of sounding drum, and it kind of feels like it's a little off time. That one though, it feels like a little bit off time. Yeah, because it's not on the one, it's on the one and. I don't know, to me it feels weird. I guess in a way it could work. Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, it just feels a little bit off to me. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Maybe and somebody else would agree or disagree. But yeah, that's just the only thing. That's the only thing that kind of threw me off. I think everything else here is fucking great. I wouldn't change a damn thing about this. This is a really dope tune. Hell yeah. Good job, Judeka. Really dope tune. Thanks for sending this in. All right, we're down to our last few here. We got DeMerlo, we got Nezio. I don't know if Giorgio is going to be here. And then, oh, we got one more submission here. We got something from Jackson. All right, we got DeMerlo. Let's do it. Nice. Dude, this is fucking sick. Yeah, almost immediately when I heard the vocal, I was like, yeah, I know where this is going. I mean, I could have just read the title too, but a lot of times I'm just like paying attention with my ears and not really my eyes. But yeah, this is cool. Obviously, it feels very familiar. It feels like Utopia, but it definitely has a lot of like new kind of like added elements and changes that kind of make it more, unique and up to date, which is really cool. I'm really digging with this. Really digging this. Really nice drums. I was gonna say vocal has a little bit of a click on it. You can hear it right there. Right there. There's a little bit of a click. It might just be you might have to like fade in a transient or something like that. It's a really easy fix. That's only one thing that I really noticed. I'm really digging all of the kind of processing you have on the vocal, as well as kind of like keeping the vocal as kind of like a main. Well, it's not even like a main player. It's more like a supporting role in the drop. Obviously, the drop feels very familiar, but it has like a little bit more of a buzz on that kind of like 808 bass line, which is cool. Adds some nice little character to it, and then you keep the vocal kind of running straight through, which is really dope. Lots of really nice variation, sound design, sound selection. I'm digging all of it. The only other thing I was gonna note besides that little vocal thing was like some of the sound effects are a little bit too loud. So yeah, just like stuff like that, it's a little bit too loud. So I would just pull that down in the mix just a little bit, so it feels a little bit more in context. Yeah, just not as loud sound effects, but the reality, everything else here sounds really great. You mix this kind of loud, but I mean, I feel like Utopia should be a fucking loud track, so I'm not even mad about that. It actually sounds really good. And I'm assuming you're probably just gonna release this as a free download. So yeah, I think this is. I think people will definitely fuck with this, especially people who are, old Confession fans. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Good job, DeMerlo. Really dope remix of this classic Confession tune. It's been a while since I've heard old Dombresky. I haven't even heard the new stuff that he's making. Wasn't he making like disco for like most recently? He's making like disco-y stuff, more like housey, disco-y sort of stuff. He's really like turned away from like this bass house sound that he originally started with. Nice. Do we have young Neziel? Is Neziel here? In the chat. Neziel. Oh, he's not here. Oh, man. Okay. I guess I'll just do his song offline. Sorry. Do we got Jackson? Jackson. He's gone to sleep. Jackson. Jackson. There he is. Okay, we got Jackson. We got Joe Farwick. I don't think Giorgio and Neziel aren't here, so I'll just do their tune after I finish these two. Last two of the night. All right. Nice. Very spooky kind of sound design. I'm really digging that pad. It feels almost like really like detuned. Like again, like I said, like spooky. You know. For whatever reason I was thinking when I was listening to it, I was thinking of Rob Zombie's Halloween. Kind of dark and gritty. Definitely has that kind of very brutal sort of nature. I mean, it is called Brute Force, so I mean, yeah. Yeah, this is really sick. I mean, obviously it's just a whip, so we only got like the intro, first drop, and then like a little bit of a break. There's lots of really cool energy in this drop. The sound design is pretty sick. I think the main thing for me though, is the mix down. I think there needs to be a little bit more separation because the low end gets a little bit muddy. So I think your sidechain needs to be a little bit heavier, and that mix, the overall mix down, because you're working with some really big sounds here, so there needs to be a little bit more of a balance and separation between some of the sounds. A lot of that is being taken up by that main mid bass. So yeah, just make sure to kind of have some very, very, solid separation between your kick and your bass line, which is really easily amendable with a really, really aggressive sidechain. Yeah. Well done, Jackson. All right, we got Joe Farwick, and I think that's the last one of the night, unless I got another submission. Bing, 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 bing. All right, no, this is the last one of the night, so let's do it.
This life is over now, and I say myself
Oh shit! Sorry. So yeah, like I was saying, yeah, like the it feels a lot like LCD Sound System, kind of like that drum machine type of vibe. And I was saying like I don't really get a whole lot of music like this in the live stream, so it's really cool. It's kind of like a nice little change up, a little switch up. Um, but I was gonna say, I really dig the vocal. The vocal is very well done, both in delivery in um, and in processing. Both really well done. Overall, like the sound selection's very well done as well. Mix sounds very clean. What up, Choli? Yeah, really nice kick, really nice drums overall. So yeah, I think this track is basically, everything that you need is there already. I would have liked a little bit more is some more sub, so a little bit more low end with the sub. You have a nice low end with the kick, but I think the sub is a little bit lacking there. And it would have been cool to kind of get a little bit more out of the arrangement. Like if there was like a sort of like a secondary chorus or verse, I think that would be cool. Or if you had like a nice little bridge, that would be kind of cool in this track too. I think the track in itself right now is very, very nice. But if you wanted to kind of explore deeper, I think it'd be kind of cool to add in, a secondary verse, secondary chorus, and maybe a bridge. You don't necessarily have to do that. I think like I said, the track in itself right now is already pretty dope, pretty solid. But if you want to kind of explore deeper, it would be cool to have some additional sections of the vocal. But overall, very well done. I'm really digging the vibes here. Hell yeah. Really sick tune. Okay, we got one last submission here. I was about to call it quits, but then we got another submission, so. Beep, beep, beep. All right, let's do it.
We the visionaries.
It's easy with the heat, boy.
So I'll be waiting till the weekend, mixing all these drugs, trying to fight off all my demons. I can't get enough, we know we all be having secrets. What's the point of loving? I'm still picking up the pieces, doing the right things for all the wrong reasons. I've been falling off the deep end. Tell me what's the meaning? I've been falling off the deep end. Yeah, I've been chasing money and I've been chasing thrills. They say you need a break, they say you need a chill. Yeah, I've been climbing every mountain, climbing every hill, but no one even really gives a fuck how you feel. To see the reaction, now I made it out of rap. I snap my fingers, it's magic. Yeah, I want it too bad with the time that I have. I've been moving too fast, I've been smoking that gas. Yeah, I'll be waiting till the sunrise. Yeah, but I'm still looking at the moonlight. Yeah, so I'll be waiting till the weekend, mixing all these drugs, trying to fight off all my demons. I can't get enough, we know we all be having secrets. What's the point of loving? I'm still picking up the pieces, doing the right things for all the wrong reasons. I've been falling off the deep end. Tell me what's the meaning? I've been falling off the deep end. Why would I go complicated? Pretty sure that I've been faded with all this time that's been wasted. Why would I go complicated? Pretty sure that I've been faded with all this time that's been wasted. So I've been waiting till the weekend, mixing all these drugs, trying to fight off all my demons. I can't get enough, we know we all be having secrets. What's the point of loving? I'm still picking up the pieces, doing the right things for all the wrong reasons. I've been falling off the deep end. Tell me what's the meaning? I've been falling off the deep end.
Nice. Honestly, I don't have anything to add to that track, I think overall it's very well done. The structure is all there. Arrangements are absolutely nice. It flows very, very well from start to finish. Vocal processing is very well done. Vocal delivery is also very well done. Overall, the mix down is very clean. Low end is very nice. Sound selection is very well done as well. I honestly don't have anything bad to say about this tune. I think it's very, very solid. Nice. Nice one, Rel. I don't even know how to say your name. Relrix. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, with that, that's the last one of the night. I'm gonna start. I need to work on a bit of tunes myself before I go to bed. But yeah, thanks for everybody who joined the stream today. I will be back again next week, same time, same place, 7 p.m. here on Twitch. Feel free to follow me on all the things. I'm really easy to find. Go follow the label as well. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday night. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. I will see you again next week. See you guys.